In SolidWorks here in the C-Perch project, I have a representation of our thruster or motor, and I'm building a little assembly that's going to include a propeller and a motor that we're going to bring into our ROV assembly. So I have a prop here and our thruster. I'm going to finish doing the mates on this. So let's get these things tied together. And I'll just make it flush with the end. Alright, now we have this, and this is going to be a sub-assembly that we're going to pull into our full C-Perch assembly. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, we'll call it Motor Sub-Assembly. And find my folder. Okay, now I'm going to go into our assembly here, and I know that I went in and I started looking at some folks' assemblies, and while they looked good at first glance, there were a lot of mates that weren't completed. So what I'd like you to do is open up your assembly, go around and see if things are still moving, and then we'll look at how to troubleshoot getting things to line up the way they're supposed to, and how to remove mates and add mates as needed. So obviously this guy needs to be concentric with that, so let's start in there and see if we can do that without any errors. Concentric mate looks good. Alright, this guy here wants to be concentric with this, and that seems to be okay. And now that in doing that, I've locked those things together quite nicely, but this one's still rotated. Let's see if we can put a concentric mate on this and this. Okay, it allowed me to do one of those. Doesn't want me to be able to do, something's locked up here. I have a feeling that the reason I can't make that concentric is probably because the length of this, or the length of this, is slightly different. So let's see, just try it. One of these mates right here, yeah, it's not allowing that to be concentric. So I'm going to temporarily delete that. And let's see if we can figure out why that's, there it is. So the length of this assembly back here is different than the length of this assembly. You can see that this mate was on those two faces and this one was here. You can see that those are overlapping and occupying the same space. So what I can do is I can click on this elbow, right click, and go to View Mates, and I can see that, whoops, actually I'm going to take a look at the other one instead. I'm going to right click on this guy. I think it's that short piece that's giving us the trouble on the inside. So, yeah, let's try deleting that. This should be able to come out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now let's try that concentric mate again. So this guy and this guy, concentric, and it's happy. Alright, so let's see if there's any other loose pieces here. So this doesn't want to move anywhere. This doesn't move. This guy can still move up and down. Let's see if we can get those to lock together. The rest of these are pretty tight. So we'll try a concentric mate here and here. And that seems to work okay. Some cases, some of you guys have used parallel and perpendicular mates to line things up, but this This one looks pretty solid right now. Now I'm going to show you how to bring the subassembly in and put our motors in place. That's going to be a little bit trickier. I'll show you that in the next video.